today I'm going to be playing Space Engine and seeing what kind of cool planets I can find out in the universe. Now, the cool thing about Space Engine is it generates procedurally generated planets along with some real ones. But we're going to be checking out the procedurally generated planets and seeing what kind of cool ones we can find out in the universe. Let's get into it. Now, to start our journey, I started at Earth and I basically just zoomed out. And as you can see, there's the sun. It's getting very small now. We can also increase our speed, basically how fast we travel through the universe, which is cool. But anyway, he was one of the first planets I found. So I just clicked on a random star, basically. All of these stars are interactive. That none of them are just like for the background. But as you can see, this one looks really cool. It looks like it's got a bit of a trail. And I zoomed in on it, and it definitely did. And it was a pretty hot planet, actually. Yeah, it's basically a complete desert. But what really makes this planet cool is its trail that looks, I don't know, millions of kilometers long. I don't know the actual distance. And the terrain, though, pretty flat, not very interesting, to be honest. Yeah, but it does have a cool atmosphere and some cool moons. So, yeah, it's not a very cool planet, but the trail makes it super cool. So I'll give this planet a 4 out of 10. Now, this next planet is actually in the same solar system, which is pretty cool. And on paper, it looks pretty boring. But as you can see, these are volcanoes. And yeah, they look pretty cool. This was actually the first planet I found that had volcanoes in Space Engine. Yeah, but it's very cool indeed. And as you can see, there's volcanoes like everywhere, just all like dotted around the planet. It's really cool, actually. I haven't seen a planet like this. But the surface itself is pretty flat otherwise. However, I can go into the lava, which is cool. Anyway, here's its moon. Pretty basic. It's basically just grey. But it does have some cool mountains and stuff, so it's not completely flat terrain, which is very realistic because it would have been bombarded with craters and stuff. But as you can see, there are these very big canyons dotted around the planet as well, actually. And yeah, they look really cool, actually. They're huge, absolutely huge canyons. Look how wide this is. Yeah, so definitely a really cool planet. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. Now, this next one I found was actually the first rocky ringed planet I've found in this video so far. And that's, I'd imagine, pretty rare, as, you know, rocky planets are usually small, so it'd be rare for them to have millions of little rock particles around them. But what really amazes me about this planet is that terrain generation. I mean, just look at this mountain range. Basically covers like a large proportion of the entire planet. And the rings also look amazing. Something I discovered the other day is you can actually go inside these rings and see the rock particles and stuff, which is pretty cool. But without the atmosphere, it's pretty plain. But, you know, with the atmosphere, the blue sky looks awesome. So I'll give this a 7 out of 10. Anyway, this next one I almost mistaked for a gas giant. I actually posted this one on Reddit. I know no one cares, but anyway, so this planet basically has a super thick atmosphere. As you can see, there's just so many layers and stuff. But yeah, the terrain's really cool on it as well. Love Space Engine's mountain terrain generation stuff. But as you can see, the view from the surface is just awesome. But anyway, now I found this other galaxy here. I was just exploring, really, and I was looking for a planet with life. And as you can see, I had to go to a few different spots around the galaxy to try and find some. But adjusting the settings, I actually did find some. So yeah, I did find some eventually, as you can see from this massive list here. So I just went to the top one as it has 2 celestial bodies with life. This first one here is just like a subglacial life planet, which means it has life essentially underground, under glaciers and stuff. Not that cool. I found this binary system too while I was at it. Pretty cool, right? And this planet with like dotted. And it looks red as well, which is pretty cool. Anyway, I found this planet. This was the first planet I found with life, and it's a gas giant, but it actually has aerial life floating around in the air, which is really damn cool. And the view from the moon is awesome. So I'll give this one a 6 out of 10. Anyway, we can keep looking, and after so much searching, I found this. This is probably the coolest planet I've literally ever seen in this game. I mean, just look at it. Its ring system is absolutely amazing. It's got 3 moons as well. I haven't really seen that before. I mean, yeah, not only does it have rings, but it's also a habitable planet. Yes, this has multicellular life, which, to put it as simple as possible, basically just means life that's, you know, more than one cell. It's got multiple cells. But anyway, as you can see, there's these patches of grass here, and there's also some desert to it, but the sky looks absolutely amazing. Look at that ring. And if we go to its moon here, we get a pretty nice view. This moon's a lot closer to this planet than Earth's moon is, so I guess it'll be easier for the species to explore their moon. And look at this ocean here. This is just absolutely amazing. Great planet. I'd give this a 9 out of 10. I mean, just look at this thing. This is just amazing. Here's the coordinates if you wanted as well. Here's the information. So you can actually jump in game and search it up. But anyway, I slapped this video together in like an hour and a half. I didn't really have much time this weekend. I was working on other projects. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one for a Kerbal Space Program video, definitely next. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.